Um, we'll kick off this morning with a progress update from Dr. Heather Channon. Most of you, I think, would know Heather. She's the National Feral Pig Management Coordinator. And I'll hand that across to you now, Heather.
Thank you very much, John, and welcome everybody, and thanks for attending this morning's Stakeholder Forum. It's great to have you with us. Next slide, please, Narelle. Oh, next one. Yep, I just thought I'd start today by acknowledging the successful applicants to the Save Native Species round, grant funding round that the Department of Climate Change, Energy, the Environment and Water have in place. And these successful applicants were announced by Minister Plibersek on the 22nd of May, and 8 projects involve feral pig control to protect threatened species. And so I've just listed here those organisations that were successful, the priority species, and the ones, of course, that are focusing with have some work in there around pig management to protect these priority species. So this program, of course, is providing over $200 million over 4 years to better support the recovery of our unique plants, animals and ecological communities, strengthen conservation planning to better protect threatened species and guide on-ground action. So it's very pleasing to see some of the work going on here around pig management, and we look forward to getting in touch with these projects and communicating out what they're wanting to do, and including them potentially in our forums, and as well as in our newsletters, and really providing some background information to you all about these projects and getting everybody together. So more information about the program can be found on the link at the bottom of this slide. So if you want more information about the Save Native Species funding, please go and have a look there. Next slide, Narelle. So the first one I wanted to say here was we're always wanting to strengthen our relationships with you all, and wanting to know about what's going on out there, and to make sure, of course, that we're connected. We know what we can help support your programs, do what we can to enhance them, add value, etc. And of course, we also want to be able to include these on our information hub, as well as in our newsletters, and really broadcast out your messages. So I implore you, please get in touch. We'd love to hear about what work that's going on, and to better to build those partnerships up. So yeah, please get in touch. That's my first message for this morning. Next one, please. I'd like to introduce Fraser Harrison. I'm not sure if he's online this morning. He's been appointed as a new engagement officer for vertebrate pests for Agriculture Victoria. So if there are Victorians online who are wanting support with feral pig management and bringing communities together, please get in touch with me and I'll provide Fraser's details to you. But it's pleasing that we have got someone in Victoria now as a person we can contact. Fraser has responsibilities broader than feral pigs. His other invasive species are also on his radar as well. Next one, please, Narelle. I just wanted to provide a little bit more background about the Indigenous Advisory Panel. We had our first meeting of our revamped panel back on the 23rd of April. And as you would have heard me talk about this last time, the intent of this panel is to assist with understanding the aspirations of traditional owners around Australia in feral pig management, the capability of Indigenous ranger groups, and promote, recognise and learn from their successful programs. And by having this panel together, we're wanting to provide it also as a way and a forum for these groups, for the panel members to come together and share their information. So, in talking through about the purpose of the meetings and what we wanted to get from them, we're wanting to structure these, they'll be held at least quarterly. The next one will be looking to be held in July, early August. And this will, involve them talking about the work that's going on, what work they're doing in data collection, monitoring and surveillance, and whether that's to quantify or obtain evidence of feral pig impacts, setting clear management objectives, or providing rigorous evidence to incorporate into funding applications. So it's really around some data management and collection. Also, of course, as I mentioned, about sharing information and key learnings, insights and building connections across Indigenous-led programs across Australia. And so there are representatives of the panel across across Australia. And if you wanted more information about who they are, that's all listed on the Feral Pigs website under the community section. I got that wrong, I think, but you'll find it. And we're also looking here about guest presenters, but information that comes out of the panel, of course, we'll share that more broadly across our networks through our communications channels. So just because you're on the panel doesn't mean you'll miss out. It's also, if you've got any and actually in any of the areas that we work in, whether it's ideas for the implementation committee, through the scientific advisory panel or the Indigenous advisory panel, please get in touch, because it's really an open, transparent program that we have. So I'm more than happy at any time to hear from any of you for any ideas you have to enhance the work that we do and deliver what you need. There's also a lot of this, of course, is being supported through some new investments by both DAF and DQ, particularly in Northern Australia. And that's invigorating some of the Indigenous-led feral management programs that are being undertaken. And you'll hear a bit about that later on this morning. Next slide, next point, please, Narelle. I'm excited to let you know that we're in the planning processes for the National Feral Pig Conference 2025. Yes, I know 2 years goes very fast, but we're now thinking, getting ready for the next one. So we're looking to hold this in March next year. So the dates are on here, the 24th to 26th of March. We're going to have that on the Gold Coast because we're also very conscious here about keeping costs as affordable as possible. So that's partly why we've looking at that venue. So it's please put that in your diaries, and you'll hear more about that as we go. We'll be setting up a program committee to help with putting together the program. And if you've got any ideas about what you'd like to see on there, once again, please get in touch. Open to any suggestions and ideas. And if you want to be involved in the planning of this, please also reach out. Next stop point. And just want to let you know too that we're what's going on for the just our next little while in terms of where we'll be in promoting the benefits from coordinated and collaborative management of feral pigs on the landscape scale cross-tenure basis. So we'll be over in Southwest WA in a couple of weeks' time at the Southwest Feral Pig Forum. Look forward to seeing the Western Australians. I've been over there for a while, so it'll be terrific to touch base and get an update about the work going on and the plans moving forward. Also got meetings here in Melbourne with Landcare Victoria, and I'm also presenting at a couple of conferences. One of them is the Joint Australian Animal Science Conference in Melbourne in early July. Also got an oral presentation to provide on the plan and the activities at the Australian Vertebrate Pest Conference in Sydney, and also at the 3rd Australian Biosecurity Symposium that's being held on the Gold Coast in August. But of course, if there's any other events that are out there that we can help support, present at, talk about what we're doing at the national level, how we can better connect, please once again get in touch. This is around what we can deliver and help support all the work on ground. So I implore you, please get in touch. Next slide, please, Narelle. As usual, we always include here, our details to be able to contact us. We've included John's details, mine and Narelle's. Once again, we're here. Please reach out. And with that, I'll hand it back to John. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much, Heather. A great summary of all the work that's been happening with the National Feral Pig Action Plan. The website is there at the top of that contacts list as well. You can register for the newsletters or the updates if you're not already registered for those.